All right, time is running out in 2018. I've heard some people say that I realize the saturated fat is not good for me that's found in dairy products, but I just eat low-fat dairy. And today I'm going to talk about why that's not really good for the planet, you, or your wallet. And I'll start with the planet. As I've explained before, consuming animal products is inherently more resource intensive. If you take 100 calories worth of plants and feed them directly to a human, the human gets 100 calories. If you take 100 calories of plants and give it to animals and then eat the animal or the animal's milk, you will probably get something more like 25 calories, only a fourth or so. Of course, it depends on the animal. And that's if you eat the whole milk or the whole egg or all of the animal. If you start skimming away just choice parts of it, that math will look a lot worse. And right now we have, as far as cows go, we've got about 1.5 billion cows on the planet. And if we want to, it operates under an extremely productive and efficient system. It may have many drawbacks, but it is very productive currently. But if we go to this grass-fed paradigm, that 1.5 billion cows at any one time, it's going to be way higher, maybe 2.5, maybe 3 billion cows, because it just takes a lot longer to raise a grass-fed cow. And the other thing about the grass-fed, they're not really out on pasture year-round, at least for the vast majority of the planet. Like around here, they can't be out eating grass all winter long, even with global warming. So that means they have to be supplemented with hay or grain. But even if it's hay, that's going to require other land, cultivated land beyond just the pasture. So, and as far as the health effect on you, it is good to get rid of the fat, but there's some other things in milk that are not a good thing to be consuming. One being estrogen, especially if you're a guy. I don't think you don't necessarily want to have extra estrogen floating around in your system. And it's also been shown that estrogen tends to promote cancer. And as far as the other thing the other thing I wanted to mention is people talk about the phytoestrogens in soy, but they cannot be compared at all to the mammalian estrogen found in cow's milk. The other thing that's not so good is the IGF-1, a growth promoting hormone, which is great for a calf that's trying to go from 100 pounds to 1,000 pounds in a few months, but a lot of us are not trying to double or triple our weight, hopefully not. And that's why you do see a lot of power lifters and bodybuilders, they actually take IGF-1. It is growth producing, but it has a lot of really negative side effects, including promoting cancer growth. And then finally, it's not good for your wallet either. Animal products, again, just by their nature, and I did a video on this, are more expensive. And now when you start to just eat the fat-free milk or the low-fat chicken and those kind of things, it gets even more expensive per calorie. Now, personally, I would want to get the most calories per dollar, but that's just me. And then finally, the only thing that this really goes under the nutrient category, I forgot to mention, really the only argument for consuming dairy is for the calcium. But if you believe that, I suggest you take a look at my video where I have my bone scan under a DEXA scan and my bone density is analyzed. Anyway, that's all I have for now.